Hello everyone, my name is Abhishek and welcome back to my channel. So a lot of you have requested asking me to make a video on top 10 DevOps tools for 2026 and there you go. In this video, I'll talk about the exact same thing. This is going to be a combination of tools and concepts and by the end of the video, you will have a clear picture. So just make sure you watch this video till the end. Just remember, this is not a roadmap video. I'll just talk about the concepts that you need to learn and a little brief on why is these concepts important. Let's get started. So the first thing, something that you should definitely get started with is Linux. The reason is simple. 90% of production systems today, they run on Linux operating system. And as a DevOps engineer, it can be for troubleshooting, it can be for deployment, or it can be for setting up environment. Most of the time, you deal with Linux machines. So you should definitely understand the fundamentals of Linux. And don't worry, I've covered Linux playlist on the same YouTube channel. So you can just go through the playlist and you can master the Linux fundamentals. The second thing, or the second concept that you should learn in 2026 is Git. Usually version control system, but 95% of the companies use Git as their version control system concept. So Git has become a synonym for version control. Now you can focus on any Git implementation. It can be GitHub, it can be GitLab, Bitbucket, because more or less they are wrappers on top of traditional Git. They have common features. So if you master one of these Git implementations, it is very easy to switch to the other one. But if you still ask me for a preference, I would go with GitHub because it holds the large market share and you can easily create an account with GitHub and create your open source projects. Once you're done with Linux and Git, the next thing that you should focus is on shell scripting. So shell scripting, because when you operate with Linux virtual machines, you keep doing the same tedious activities. So if you know shell scripting, you can automate those tasks. And even shell commands are the way how you interact with the Linux machines. So you should definitely learn shell scripting in 2026. Followed by Terraform. The reason why you should focus on Terraform, of course, it's one of the popular infrastructure as code solutions. But other reason is that if you learn Terraform, you can easily manage the cloud platforms. Today, if you join an organization, it's most likely you will be dealing with AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud Platform because companies have almost they have almost ignored setting up the on-premises environments because setting up on-premises infrastructure, maintaining it, it's a huge effort for organizations. So if you learn Terraform, of course, you know the concept of infrastructure as code. On top of that, you can manage your public cloud platforms. But Abhishek, there are other infrastructure as code solutions. Trust me, at this point of time, although there are a lot of options, Terraform is leading the tool chain. So go for Terraform. And then focus on containers. Docker has become synonym for containers. So you can directly focus on Docker. Just learn what is Docker, how you can spin up the containers, how you can manage container lifecycle using Docker. Again, everything that I'm talking about, I don't want to repeat this, but you have all of these playlists freely available on our channel. So there is nothing that we don't have on our channel, something that I'm going to talk about. So if you have any questions where to learn, just go to the channel, look at the playlist, and you will find all the details that I'm talking about. Once you learn Docker, then focus on Kubernetes. Why Kubernetes? Now this is a no-brainer. Kubernetes has become target platform for software development applications. It has become target for machine learning workloads, AI workloads, in fact, large language models as well. Today, companies like OpenAI, they are sharing their engineering blocks and you can see directly within the engineering blocks even they are using Kubernetes as a target platform. Now, there are no questions about it. Previously, it was a guess game that LLMs are running on Kubernetes in these top LLM provider companies. But now, as they're sharing their engineering blogs, Anthropic, OpenAI, they have openly published on the internet that they are also using Kubernetes as a target platform. So you should learn Kubernetes as DevOps engineer so you can help your organization with traditional workloads, AI, ML, or even LLMs. Now, once you're done with these basic things, or these are the mandatory things that you should focus on, then comes the other important things like CICD. Why CICD? Because end of the day, you want to increase the efficiency of your deployments. You want your organizations to ship fast, and that comes with CI/CD. Again, there are hundreds of tools in the space of CI/CD. You can pick one CI solution and one CD solution. If you ask my preference today, as of 2026, I would go with GitHub Actions as my CI solution and Argo CD as my CD solution. Both of them are, they have wonderful documentation. You can easily get started with them. So I would go with GitHub Actions and Argo CD. And they're very widely used as well. Once you're done with CI/CD, focus on the next concept, that is observability. Till now, we have covered 7 different things. This is the 8th one, observability. Now, keep your stack very simple when you learn observability. Go with Prometheus, Grafana for your monitoring and dashboard solutions. Then go for ELK stack or EFK stack for your logging stack. And go with OpenTelemetry and Jaeger for your distributed tracing system. So this is the next stack that you have to focus on. And then comes AI. Now, this is very important. Why AI? Because we are all moving towards AI. In future, you will find every employee in any organization using AI agents, AI assistants to accomplish their tasks. It is already happening in the companies, but there are still some companies which haven't adopted. In future, this is going to become a norm. Just like when you join an organization, how you are given a desktop or a laptop, in the same way, you would also be given with an AI agent or maybe a personal AI assistant. So you should understand how you can use AI as part of your regular activities. Very simple. Let's say you're working on shell scripting. You should know how to use AI to write shell scripts. That's it. Simple things like prompt engineering can make you better. So definitely learn AI. It's not at all difficult. You don't have to develop any models. You don't have to train large language models, but just understand how to use AI and improve the efficiency of your day-to-day activities. Finally, one thing that I would recommend is Python. Why Python? Because shell scripting has some limitations. You cannot automate Windows machines with shell scripting, although there are very few Windows machines, but still you might come across Windows machine in your ecosystem. That doesn't, shell scripting doesn't support automation of Windows. Python can help you with both Linux as well as Windows. Also, there are cases where writing shell script becomes complicated, but with Python, you have inbuilt modules. As simple as connecting to AWS through your script and maybe creating resources on the AWS. With shell scripting, you have to write a lot of code. But with Python, you have inbuilt Python modules and also publicly available Python modules like Boto3. So these are the things that you have to focus as DevOps engineer in 2026. Now, as I told you, this is not a roadmap video. I haven't covered the actual steps that you have to focus on and how you have to learn these things. If you're looking for a detailed roadmap, don't worry, that is already available on the channel. I'll share that link in the description. But I hope this video helped you in understanding the important topics. So this is the video for today. If you have any questions about it, do let me know in the comment section. See you all in the next one. Take care.